What's good, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Love is Blind, Season 8, Episode 12, Bride slash Ride, and a waste of my damn time. If you guys are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then leave your comments down below. Let's talk about everything that happened in this horrifically boring episode, all right? Starts off with Taylor and Daniel, so they go out ice skating. Taylor was cold with it. She was skating backwards and everything. It was a cute little day. Kudos to them. It's her birthday. I said, I need to practice skating more. I can ice skate, I can roller skate, I can roller blade, but I can't skate backwards, not as smooth as Taylor was doing till she bust her shit. But nonetheless, she had it going for a while. They have dinner at the center ice for Taylor's birthday. They talk about how much they love each other, yada yada yada. And she asks him if he is nervous about leaving the single life behind since he's been single for the past 10 years. He said, "Oh, no, no. This is what I signed up for. This is what you signed up for." Next scene, we get to the friends, Joey and Monica. They are having a date at the conservatory. It's gorgeous in there. Super, super beautiful. They are having dinner in one of the gardens. It looks great. She said that just so happened to be her favorite garden. I have been to that conservatory, and that is gorgeous in there. Okay. So they talk about what other countries they want to go to. They mentioned Thailand. They're talking Austria, Switzerland, all this type of stuff. Go for it. She asked him, "What is your love language?" He said acts of service and in words of affirmation. Hers are words of affirmation and physical touch, which leads her to being like, not PDA. No, no, no. I don't want you groping me and touching me inappropriately. You know what I mean? When we're out in public. But if we're at the house, give me a knee squeeze. Walk by, squeeze my shoulder. Do something. Touch me. Okay. And she said that this came as a result of when they were in Honduras with the other couples. She noticed how like touchy feely some of the other couples were. And it made her wonder, should we be at that point? Should we be more into it? Like it just started to kind of make her mind race a little bit. She's like, look, we can't read each other's minds, but touch me in some capacity. He appreciates their communication. I'll give Monica and Joey credit. They do have really good communication. We do see them talking through a lot of their issues, and I love it. Okay. Next, we get to Ben and Sarah. So they're glamping. Okay. Ben was like, "The future looks bright. Future looks bright." I said, "Uh huh. I got my eye on you, Ben. Something about you ain't right." So Sarah says, "Look, I listened to a service today and they talked about sexual identity. That was the sermon." I said, "Oh girl, you went digging for that, didn't you?" You went digging through the crates for that one. So she said they opened it up by saying that if you are LGBTQIA plus, okay, that you are welcome here. There's a church here in Milwaukee that has a neon sign that says all sinners are welcome. I said, well, good gracious. It has always tripped me out, but they do. And so she was like, so that was encouraging. She appreciated that. She liked that. Ben was like, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, what their stance is, but you can't Google that type of stuff. I said, You can't Google it, but the church that I attend, I know what their stance on it is. The people that go to that church, I know what their stance on it is. It's very apparent. It is very apparent. But okay. Sarah said, look, how do you go to a church and you don't know their views? He was like, I mean, they talked about it a while ago. I don't remember. I don't remember. Ben doesn't remember because Ben doesn't care. Sarah, Ben doesn't care. Remember, Ben doesn't care about stuff that doesn't affect him. Okay. So of course he doesn't care about that. He's not a part of the alphabet crew, so he doesn't care. So Sarah was like, well, let me tell you what they talked about. They were talking about if you have a child that, wants to be transgender or that feels that they are transgender. So she was like, the sermon likened that or used the example of if you have a child that feels they're fat. okay, and they feel they're overweight, you're going to encourage them to not think that way about themselves. And she was like, that wasn't a good example. And no, it's not. That's a horrific example. So she's like, who are we to change how somebody feels about themselves? And she's like, I don't want this to cause conflict with us as parents, with us as in a relationship. Like, I don't want this to interfere. And the entire time he said, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, I agree, yeah, totally. And what I've noticed from Ben is that Ben seems either uncomfortable having these kind of conversations, or he just doesn't want to because he doesn't want the real him to be shown on TV or to her. Ben's representative is still very much showing, right? So he then said, look, I feel like, the church doesn't focus on that because they want everyone to feel comfortable. They want everyone to feel comfortable, okay? And I was like, Ben, uh, okay, okay. Sarah said, well, the service gave me a good outlook on how they stand. And what I've noticed is I won't be going there. Now, if it's a family situation, a holiday, something like that, I'll go. I'll grin and bear it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be invested. And Ben was like, that's cool. We can find a church, that, we both agree on, and we can go to church there. And Sarah was like, that's not where I'm going with this. So Bennett said, well, look, it's not my job to tell people they are wrong. What that means is Ben does not disagree with how their church is run, the philosophies that their church goes by, and the beliefs of that church. And if he agrees with it, he agrees with it. That's perfectly fine for Ben to believe what he believes. Okay. The issue is that he's not being truthful with Sarah. And it's very apparent that he's not being truthful with Sarah. So he was like, look, this is a community that I enjoy and I feel connected to. But if it's not a community that you enjoy and you feel connected to, that's fine. I feel good when I go there. That's why I go there. But if you don't want to, we can find a different church. She said, look, I don't envision myself going to church. I didn't envision myself going to church before I got with you. This is not, I'm not out looking for a church, is what Sarah's saying. So Ben was saying, look, I believe in equality. Okay, I just don't care about it, but I believe in it, sure. And that's the beauty of the world. We all feel different things all the time. I said, ooh, Ben. So Sarah's like, look, I understand that we talk about this a lot, but it's important to me, and I don't we're not going to keep talking about this. I get what you I got the clarity that I got from you, that I need from you, and we're good. Ben was like, look, the amount of time that we take on this diminishes and minimizes the things that we do align on. So Sarah, what happened to you wanting to talk about Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and all these other social justice issues? Or was that just some shit you did in the pods, maybe to get the POCs on your side? Because you haven't brought any of that stuff back up, which I'm shocked about because you were all but a week when you were talking about it in the pods and you were talking to the other women. You need to be asking him why he doesn't vote. I feel like that's just as important. But hey, you know what? I don't have to marry Booty Chan, so go for it. So he doesn't want to have the hard conversations. He doesn't. And to me, that means that Ben is like low key hiding something. We then get to Virginia and Devin. So they are on a horse and carriage ride and they're looking at different houses. And she's like, oh, let's look at houses. We could have that house. We can get a champagne room. He was like, what's that? A room you drink champagne in? Oh my God. And she was like, yeah. He was like, that's interesting. Oh my God. Loosen up. Have some fun. You have never heard of a champagne room? I didn't like that she had to explain it to him. That really made me sad. So they go to this kitchen for like a chef tasting. And in her confessional, Virginia's like, ever since I gave Devin the prenup, we haven't talked about it. He hasn't mentioned it. Like, I don't know where we are with it, but he hasn't given it back to me. He gives her a gift. And the gift is a gold basketball that says Team Buckley, which is his last name. And then he gives her some little cheap, I'm not gonna do that. He gives her some basketball jerseys that are the color of the high school they went to. When I tell y'all, y'all are too stuck on high school. Oh, Park Center, whoop whoop. What I mean, oh my God. I have never seen somebody be so enthralled in the high school that they went to. I love my high school. I had an amazing 4 years. The high school that I went to, I still feel is the best high school in Milwaukee. We were the top when I graduated, many moons ago. But I'm not gonna start dating a guy and being like, "You went there too? Oh my god! Oh my!" Like we went to high school. Like it's weird, but it's the Park Center colors, and it has both their names in the front, and then it has their wedding date. They're getting married. I think it was March 18th. And that was it. Nothing more to the date, okay? We get to the bachelor party and the guys all go to the Vikings practice facility. They get custom, or is it custom? Yeah, they get custom jerseys, they get helmets. They're doing like throwing drills where they got to throw and get the ball in like the little net at the target. They're trying to kick some little, I don't know, was that an extra point? They're trying to extra point distance. They're doing that. Hoo hooray. The ladies all decide to do their bachelorette party dressed as elderly women. They go to Mall of America. They're riding the carousel. They're riding the roller coasters. And then that was it. I said, oh, we don't even talk about getting married. We just, cool. The elderly idea, being dressed like the elderly, I thought that was cute. I would do that. I wanna go to a party or go out with my friends and we all get dressed like older women. I thought that was a really cool idea. We then see Devin in Virginia. He comes in, he's all pensive. Remember we talked about the prenup? Yeah. Did you sign it? Chick, move expeditiously. So he's like, I talked to my mommy and my daddy, and they said it was okay. So he gave us to the family attorney, and they said it was okay. They said we're each going to leave with what we came in with, and then anything that happens after the marriage, we should split 50-50. That's the same shit she said, Devin. That's the exact same thing she said. I have no problem with Devin having a lawyer look over the paperwork whatsoever. But the way that he's like, my parents are okay with it, so I'm okay with it now too. Okay, so then they sign it. And then they waste 20 minutes of our time by having Sarah and Ben get ready for their wedding. I don't care because we didn't find out who says I do, I don't, whatever. It was a waste of time, Netflix, and it's very sloppy of y'all to do that. There was literally no reason to end this on a cliffhanger. Y'all could have at least had them say whether they're gonna get married or not. That pissed me off so bad. But that was episode 12, y'all. Enjoy some bloopers. What a boring ass. Hold on, wait. 12 Bride's Last Ride. All right. If you guys, oh my. Lauren, I could be wrong. Girl, I've been wrong before. I could be wrong. But I don't think Dave like you. I don't think Dave likes you. And I think he's trying to set you up for a letdown. He's trying to build you up, my good sis, for the letdown. That's just how I feel. I mean, because it's really given he's trying to blame, me and you, your mom, and your cousin too. He's trying to blame everybody. This is muted.